Today we are going to do counting bags, but you're not going to do it all by yourself. You're going to do it with a partner. It's called cooperative counting. Can you say that? Cooperative counting. So what you're going to see is in each one of these 4 buckets, there's a red bucket and a green bucket and a blue bucket and a yellow bucket. Each of them have a bag, Riley, of things in them. Right, Hayden? What's this number right here? 4. Melanie, pick up one thing from this basket here. What is that number that Melanie just picked up? 2. Jonah, will you pick something out of the blue basket, please? What's that number, Jonah? 1. And then Abigail, will you pick something up out of the yellow basket? What number is that? 3. Okay, so we have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. You and your partner have to get a bag of 1, a bag of 2, a bag of 3, and a bag of 4. You got it? And each of you get this wonderful little worksheet, and it says name. What do you do right there? Name. You write your name. Then it says first bag. That's bag number 1. Who had bag number 1? Jonah did. Can you grab that? It says right here, thank you, Jonah. It says, what is in this bag? What does it look like is in this bag?
Magnets.
Magnets? Are those, what shape are these magnets?
Squares.
Squares, right? Squares. So, what is in the first bag? You're going to write square. And I'll write that right up on the board. Square. What does it start with? S. Q, U, A, R, E. Squares. Then you and your partner are going to count how. Yes, I did forget. I wrote square instead of squares. Good job. You and your partner are going to count how many squares are in bag number 1. Do you take all of the squares and count them all by yourself over here? And not let your partner see it at all? No. What are ways that you can count with your partner?
Like you can put them in.
Cecil. So you can take turns and you're both counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And then when you're all done, you write that number right here on this little bottom line. What goes on the first line?
1.
First bag. What is in the first bag? Squares. And then it says how many are in the first bag, and what are you going to write on that line? The number of squares that were in that bag. And then you do the same. Yes, you were. And then you do the same thing with bag number 2. What's in bag number 2?
Hearts.
You kind of look like beans, right?
Yeah.
How many of you eat beans? So number 1 has squares. Number 2 has beans. Starts with the letter B, E, A, N, S. Beans. What's in bag number 3, Abigail? Will you hold that up for me? Bag number 3 has, what does it look like? Buttons?
Yeah, it looks like
buttons. B-U-T-T-O-N-S. Thank you, Abigail. And then the last one, Sada E. What's in this bag? Number 4. What's in it? Dinosaurs. So we'll just call them dinos. Okay. Bag number 4. What is in there? What letter am I writing first? D. Dinos. Freeze like trees. Are you ready to hear who your partner is going to be? Freeze like popsicles. Okay. The first group of partners that get to go are Jaylene and Riley. Please take one of each bag and go to a spot in the carpet and start counting. Take these 2 bags. Jaylene's going to get get number 1. And Abigail, can you hand me a 3 and a 2? A 3 and a 1? Just hand me the whole thing. All right, find a spot and start count. Do not start counting until everybody has their place. Okay? One of you needs a pencil. Xavier and Jonah. Xavier and Jonah. Here's your paper. Jonah, you take out of the red and the yellow. Find a spot in the room. Grab a pencil and wait. Seth and Joseph. Seth and Joseph. Here you go, Joseph. Find your spot in the room. Jaylene and Riley. Do not count yet. Seth, you need one out of the red and one out of the yellow. Aaliyah and Melanie. Aaliyah and Melanie. Melanie, take this. Go to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you and Seth both need one out of the red and the yellow. Let's see. Abby and Ezekiel. Abby and Ezekiel. There you go. Ezekiel, you need to get one out of the red and the yellow. Miguel and Cecil. Miguel and Cecil. Miguel, get one out of the red and one out of the yellow. Find your spot. When you're ready, can you please show me your hands on your head? If you could show that they're waiting. All right. Janiyah and Delilah. Janiyah and Delilah. Delilah, get a red and a yellow. This is Pedrosa is coming around to see who's got their spot. Jace and Lance. No, I don't like that. Jace and Layla. Jace and Layla. Layla, here you go. Jace, get one out of the red and the yellow. Lance and Jasmine. Lance and Jasmine. Lance, get one out of the red and the yellow. All right, enough of you have a spot. Class. What is in bag number 1? Class. What is in bag number 1? Squares. You may start counting bag number 1 with your partner.
You got our spot. No? Okay, first.
And I get a red and a yellow.
First is red on it.
Emilio, you were with Sadie. She's got yours. Monique, you were with Brianda.
That's a hole that I am fit.
And Hayden and Fabian.
I'm 6 years old. Look at it. 8.
You're counting bag number 1 with your partner. Did you already finish counting bag number 1? Yes, you do. What's in the first bag? Squares.
4.
Have you counted all the bags? Oh, good. Did you dump them out, or are you counting them as you put them back in there? I really like that.